It was an amazing feeling when I knew my opponent was like, oh, I'm just playing against Hog 2.6, and I put a Golem at the bridge instead of my Ice Golem. I'm still shocked I won a few games with Sneaky Golem, but I've actually played a lot of different variations with Hog 2.6. Today we're ranking them by how fun and effective they actually are. Number 1 is Evo Furnace instead of Musketeer. When Evo Furnace first came out, completely broken, like it was quite amazing to have it in your deck. It was just so overpowered. So like I ran that for like a month at least, where I just did Furnace instead of Musketeer. It is fun because the fire spirits are really nice, like they can take out skeletons, whereas with your Musketeer, when she crosses the bridge, usually she dies to those skeletons. Furnace's DPS is just nowhere close to Musketeer's, and the fire spirits are really just not worth the trade of getting rid of a Musketeer's amazing DPS. And at the end of the day, I would rather have like a very powerful troop that can just melt opponents than fire spirits that like barely chip away at them. That being said, that was my main deck for a while, so I'm gonna have to put it in S tier. Evo's Skeleton Army is next. I loved playing this. It was amazing. Like that's the thing, is so many of these variants I played when they were broken and new, so like I got to take advantage of them being like better than normal. But yeah, I really enjoyed like killing a lot of troops with the Skeleton Army that I normally have to like kite around and like hit with my cannon and Musketeer. Like P.E.K.K.A, for example, was just so fun. It's like, oh, I am just gonna melt him away. Like I'm just gonna put all these skeletons down and he dies, and it was like 3 elixir. So that one actually might also be S tier. I loved that. Sneaky Freeze is next. That was a thrill. Like, it's a little bit more risky, but like there was a moment where like my hog was on their tower and they were already taking a lot of damage. Boom, freeze. Half your tower gone. I felt kind of evil playing that variant. It's a little bit tricky because obviously if you abuse your freeze, you're gonna be really down in elixir, and like if you place it after your hog dies, you're just cooked for the rest of the game. So I'm actually gonna put it in A tier, not S tier, but it was quite fun. I really recommend playing that. Spirit Empress with Hog 2.6, I also really love. She's way more powerful than I thought she was. She does so much damage when she hits things. She's just a little bit expensive and like a little tricky to get the hang of, especially with her 2 like versions. So I'm gonna put that in D tier. But like when I play Mega Draft or Triple Draft, I do really hope I get her because I just really like her as a troop. Sneaky Mega Knight. Okay, actually I was gonna say that was awesome because it sounds awesome, but now that I remember it, I was really bad at that. It's a very expensive troop, and I feel like I just wasted the Mega Knight a lot. Like I was still able to win battles. Like also it just wasn't as satisfying because a lot of people do run Mega Knight with Hog, and like it's a very common deck. So it wasn't exactly like that surprising. Evo Baby Dragon is actually gonna go in like F tier. It does not match Hog 2.6 in the least. Like it's just not really a way to make it work in my opinion. I think I only won a few matches because it was just genuinely broken because it had just come out. Archer Queen with Hog 2.6 is gonna have to go in D tier. She's essentially Musketeer, but you have to get the ability down, and it's a little bit trickier. Like with Musketeer, yeah, she has Evo ability and Hero ability, but like knowing when to go invisible and not waste that it's kind of hard. And then she's also more expensive. Like Musketeer, I really enjoy like getting a lot of her placed, and like Archer Queen, you're just not gonna have multiple of her on the board as often. Vines was kind of just like freeze. Obviously it was just cheaper, and when Vines first came out, it was a cheaper freeze almost because it wasn't very like, it just hadn't been nerfed yet. So that was really fun. Like it was basically the same mechanic as with freeze. I just wasn't as down in elixir, so I totally took advantage of that for sure. That's gonna go in S tier. Not as fun now because it's like not as broken as it was. Rage was fun, but not as fun as like freeze or vines, because it's like, you get to speed up your hog rider, but it's not as satisfying as like watching them be helpless while your hog rider like takes their tower, I guess. So that's gonna go in D tier. It was fun, but not as exciting, which makes sense. It was only 2 elixir. And then of course, Sneaky Golem. That was a thrill. I had a great time because like I have no idea how to play Golem, but I think I got away with it sometimes because people just really weren't expecting it, and like a Golem at the bridge when you don't know it's coming is kind of hard to figure out what to do. So that was fun too. Anyways, classic Hog 2.6 is king, but if you're going to try any of these variations, I recommend the ones I put in S tier. Let me know if you guys have done variations like these. I'd love to hear your experience, and talk to you later.